Hello and welcome to Talk Indonesia, the home of honest opinion. I'm Dalton Tanonaka in Jakarta. Here is this week's TI Hot List. The vision thing. Must our leaders have big picture plans, or is fixing everyday problems enough? Generation gap. When is the right time for young people to take over? And downtime, how we recharge our batteries for each new day. Sarah's out today, but another family member is here. Prabowo Subianto is a former Special Forces general, presidential candidate, and music lover. And I want to ask you about that. I want to hear what your tastes are. Sir, thank you for being here. Hot topic number one, the vision thing. Sukarno had it, Barack Obama too. It's the big picture view of where people need to go. Whether it's independence from colonial powers or a fairer society that takes care of the less fortunate, the legacy of a leader is his or her impact on humanity as a whole. Or is it? Now, in the case of 1945, sir, the time had come for this country to stand up and lead its own destiny. But I'm wondering, do Indonesians today care more about fairness and freedom or clean water and free schooling?
I think, in my opinion, both. I think they want clean water, they want basic services, they want quality of life. But they also want fairness, they want social justice, they want equality before the law. So I think it's not either or, I think it's both.
But you see my point. Many people are just struggling to put food on their table,
exactly.
Send their kids to school.
Yes.
Yeah? So
the majority of the people are very concerned with their daily struggle for livelihood.
What about corruption? The big case a couple days ago, the arrest of the Chief Justice of the Constitutional Court. Shocking. Of course, he's innocent until proven guilty.
Right.
But the arrest must stun you and other Indonesians.
Yes. We are very saddened because the Constitutional Court is the last resort in our political system. And if the last resort cannot be relied upon, what does this tell us? You know, this really calls into question our whole political system now.
I'm wondering if the average person is concerned about that, or again, going back to
I think they're concerned. The sense I get in my travels is they're very concerned. And you know, the information technology, even the poorest people, they have their phones, you know, so they're aware of what's happening, and they see television. You know, television is a powerful
That's
tool.
true. Even roadside vendors have their TV going with those tin foil on their antenna.
They're very aware of what's going on, and they're very angry. The sense I get is they're fed up with corruption. They just want clean government.
Okay. I want to ask you about your vision shortly, but let's one more point about this vision thing. Take the current front-runner in the polls for president. You've seen the polls yourself, sir. Jakarta Governor Joko Widodo, seen as kind of a people's leader, visits the poor, blusukan walkabouts, goes to Metallica concerts. But I haven't heard a grand plan, a visionary plan that he's laid out. Or do I need to? I mean, is just fixing things in the capital just what I need?
Well, I mean, I would argue also, is he really the front runner? I mean, you know,
just going by opinion polls.
Yeah.
And of course,
well, opinion polls depends on, you know, who ordered the opinion polls, who's paying for the opinion polls.
Generally, he's been leading most.
On some of the opinion polls, that's been blown up. But other opinion polls, you know, show a different picture altogether.
I mean, you see my point? Does he need to present a grand plan, or is just fixing the sidewalks enough for him?
Well, in the end, I think the people will decide. The people will decide. Yeah, I think they know, you know, what's in their best interest, and I think in the end we have to respect the wish of the people.
In a nutshell, sir.
Right. I mean, in the Philippines, they once elected a film star. I mean, even the United States elected a
movie star, Joseph Estrada, Ronald Reagan, who you're referring to. So, I mean, of course, the people decide.
We have to respect the wish of the people.
And that'll come in next April and next July.
Right.
When we talked 4 years ago, sir, you were a presidential candidate, and ultimately then deciding to run for vice president with Megawati Sukarno Putri. Are you a different guy now and a different candidate?
Can we change drastically? I think we're the same guy. We might mature. We might have matured. We might have been. I hope I'm a bit wiser. I hope.
I'm sure you've learned a lot in 4 years.
Yes,
Would you say that was...
I'm continuously learning. I mean, politics is amazing, especially Indonesian politics.
Would you say it was a mistake to run for number 2 last time?
Politics is the art of the possible. So at that time, I could not run for president,
Because your coalition.
Yeah, the force of circumstances. I didn't have the seats, and it was a bit rigged against me at that time. But it's okay.
So it was a good learning experience to what you're doing now.
It was a learning experience, and it was an opportunity for me to appear on the national stage. So I think,
and here you are.
And here I am. Yeah.
To wrap up this segment about vision, sir, in a nutshell, couple sentences, what is your big picture vision for this country?
I want Indonesia to be strong, to be productive, to be manufacturing economy. I want Indonesia to have a good quality of life for all the people. I want fairness. I want, let's say, happiness for the people. That's my big vision. So, and I believe it can be done. I believe Indonesia is very rich, but we are losing too much money by the systemic weaknesses of our economic system.
So you have the big picture vision, as you said, but also you want to fix everyday things, which the average citizen wants and needs, because things are
I think it's related. If we can cut down the inefficiencies, we can cut down corruption, we can cut down the losses incurred by these inefficiencies and corruption, then there'll be more money for the basic services.
And everyone will share the wealth.
It's as simple as that.
Okay, Talk Indo will continue shortly. Closing the gap. When is the right time for the next generation? You're watching Talk Indo this week with guest host Prabowo Subianto. Hot topic number 2, generation gap. Whether it's politics or business, leaders must always think about succession. The ongoing strength of a company or government is who will lead next. Grooming the next set of men and women at the top is essential, much like a parent teaches a child the values that keep a family strong. And speaking of family, my co-host and your niece, Sarah, is a candidate for parliament. Her calling came early on in her life.
Yes. In our party, we are giving a lot of opportunities to the young generation. We have a lot of them running the party, in fact. I think the ones who run the party now are all under age 40. Yes.
Really? And,
yes.
And in general, you're 61, you soon will be 62, a birthday coming up this month.
Yeah.
That's still young in relevant, in today's world.
I feel young.
Okay, but people, critics, whoever, still tie you to the past generation because you served in that time. How do you dispel that image and convince voters that you are relevant today?
I think because my message is relevant, what I'm fighting for is relevant. The people feel that there's a new vision. Do you know that my party is the only party up to now that has a written platform, that has published a written action program? We're the only party.
I didn't
Can
know
you imagine that? Can you imagine? But it's true. I'm proud of it. So.
And written by young people, helped shape by.
Yes, we have a young team, but we are a combination of all generations. We have the experts, of course, who are the PhDs. And we have the young and we have the practitioners. So I think it's a good cross-section.
Aside from family members, and we talk about family dynasties in this country, a business or political party must have new leaders in training, right? Why does it not seem to be a priority here?
I don't think so. I mean, in my party, we are grooming young leaders,
But you see what I'm saying? Other companies or business or even politics, it's just the same names and faces coming out, and you wonder why are.
Well, I mean, a business and a political movement is not an easy thing to It's,
of course,
you don't just. It's not something you go to a supermarket and you pick off the shelf. You have to build it. It's like a building, a foundation, brick by brick. You build. It's very difficult and very painstaking. Our country is very big. We have nearly 80,000 villages. Can you imagine? And we must have an organization in every one of those villages. So it's physically daunting. To be a national party in Indonesia, to be a national movement is physically difficult. It's not only the vision thing, it's just the physical aspects. To go to the village itself is very, very difficult.
I understand.
Yes,
and to compete in elections today, you need representatives in every part of this country. Let me ask you this, sir. Do you think we're in the midst of a change in thinking? Do you think young people are feeling more encouraged to stand up and lead and take an active role with role models such as, and again, I use these people, Jokowi, maybe a Gita Wirjawan, or Rahayu Saraswati? I mean, you feel that maybe the time has come?
I hope so. I mean, we want them to rise to the occasion, but we want them also to have good values, and we want them to be ready to take over. We don't want, just young for the sake of young, and then they take over the bad values, corruption, etc., how to cheat people, how to cheat your constituents, how to cheat your interlocutors, etc.,
And they're learning bad values by what's happening in the news every day.
Exactly. So we have to groom them with some sort of tough love. We have to.
And that's what you're known for, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I instill discipline in my movement, in my party.
I'm sure you do.
Because
and some people will welcome a return of that.
Because that's our weakness. The weakness of Indonesia is discipline. We have this rubber time. Jam karet. People do not respect punctuality. Things like that. Small things which adds up.
So people have to be on time with you, or you're not.
I try very much to be on time.
Okay.
I try very much to be on time.
Thing, yeah.
It's, I think something that it's little things, and then cleanliness. Indonesians. Once I was in the toll road, the gate, toll gate. I saw a Mercedes-Benz, very expensive car, and this guy throws away.
Oh man.
Coca-Cola can.
I want to know what you did, sir.
Well, I was, but I was very sad. This guy must have some education. I mean, he is driving a Mercedes-Benz.
So that doesn't encourage the average person to.
Yeah, I mean, so things like that.
Okay.
Cleanliness, punctuality, loyalty to the system, loyalty to the organization.
Got it. Values, basic values.
Values.
Before this segment ends, so I got to ask you this: If Jokowi, getting back to one more question about the current Jakarta governor, if he does run for president, would you feel betrayed at all because you, as everyone knows, supported him financially in the race for governor?
Democracy is a system which allows everybody and anybody to make their own decisions. If they want to run for any office, by all means.
So you'd welcome the challenge if it happens?
I do. I'm not afraid of the challenge.
When Talking to carries on with that, revealing the passions that keep us fresh. Next. We're glad you're still watching Talk Indo. Hot topic number 3, downtime. The president plays guitar. Businessman Sandiaga Uno runs marathons. Whatever the hobby is, what you do when you're not working should keep you fresh and happy. Everyone needs balance in their lives, and we are no exceptions. Or are we? General, I've gotten golf crazy since I moved to Indonesia 7 years ago. Cheap, fun, and good exercise. So please tell me that you have fun leisure activities.
I do, actually. I love animals, so I have a lot of animals where I live. So
you mean you domestic animals and you?
Yeah, I have an experimental farm.
What kind of animals do you
have? I breed goats and buffaloes and horses. I love horses.
That's right. You're a horse lover.
So,
polo player.
Yeah. So I enjoy nature. I enjoy to be outside. Green. That's why I like agriculture. I like farming.
And you're head of the Farmers Association. So, that's why you live in Bogor, because you can have
right. Yes.
Okay, sir, a couple quick questions, just 1 or 2 word answers, just to let people know you a little bit. Okay. Favorite food?
Favorite food? Indonesian food.
Misalnya?
Rawon.
Okay, beef soup. Favorite TV show?
Favorite TV show? Oh, I see a lot of
okay,
different
news,
ones, yeah.
dramas.
Yeah, I like these, you know...
Reality? Don't say reality.
History mini-series, you know, like Rome, the Tudors.
You're a student of history, as we know.
I love history.
Civil War, that kind of
thing. I'm an amateur historian. I love history.
Historical documentaries. Okay. Do you have an iPod?
Yes, I do, yeah.
What do you have on your iPod?
Oh, a lot of selection.
Name a couple artists you have on your iPod.
I have a lot of selection. You know, I like all type of musics.
Dandut, of course.
Indonesian folk songs, but I also like I like classical music. Yes.
Like Wagner, probably.
No. I like Beethoven and Mozart.
That's more relaxing than Wagner.
Yeah.
Wagner's a call to fight.
Yeah, Wagner, I don't understand. I don't understand.
Last quick question. Last movie you saw?
Last movie I saw, I keep seeing a lot of movies when I'm flying on the plane.
Of course.
And on HBO.
But you don't remember a good one, the last good one?
Last good one was what?
How about Merah Putih or Dara Garuda?
Oh, that's already a couple of years back. Right?
Starring one of my favorite people. Okay. Sir, what do you say to people who tell you that they have no time for anything but work?
I think it's not very healthy.
Because people think that of you. That all you do is you work and you constantly are on.
No.
You know what I mean?
No. You. Everybody needs downtime. Everybody needs yes.
So you
and I have a good staff. My personal staff, they really take care of me. If I'm too tired, they will give me some days off.
Really?
So I mean, you know, you need a good.
They tell you, General, you must rest.
And they will try to arrange some downtime for me. Something, you know, I will be. They will give me some off time also.
Okay, time to play with your goats or your buffalo like that, because they know that's what you like.
Yes, and you know, I also like to swim. So and you know, I just sometimes sit in front of the TV.
Watching Talk Indo, I hope. You will this Sunday. Okay, feedback time now. This email came from John in Jakarta. I think Sarah is somewhat partisan in saying Jokowi should focus on Jakarta instead of running for president. Well, it's her opinion, John. We like partisan. This tweet came from Fauzi. I personally don't love Mega, but I respect her as the daughter of a brilliant president. Well, thank you for that opinion, Fauzi. And Sanado posted this on our Facebook page. Talk Indonesia is still the best program in local TV. We humbly say we try our best every week. Email your comments with name and city to talkindo@metrotvnews.com. Post something on our Facebook page or follow us on Twitter and tweet us. Final words, General.
Yes, I hope that I will get support because I want Indonesia to be strong. I want Indonesia to be a just country. I believe Indonesia is very rich and we need a better system that is fair to all Indonesians. So that's what I'm fighting for, and I hope I will get support to create a new future for the country that I love. Thank you.
General, my final words. A small article in the Jakarta Post that I saw should be creating big joy. The headline said simply, pedestrians to enjoy city sidewalks next year. Now, Jakarta leaders say work has begun to lay sidewalks on major streets such as Tamrin and Gatot Subroto. Hallelujah! You know, we've been talking about this lack of infrastructure since this show began. This will make us a real city, connecting people to places and definitely helping business. Sidewalks, yes. I know it's a small thing, General, but it makes me happy.
Me too.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's Talk Indo for this week. For General Prabowo Subianto, thank you for watching. I'm Dalton Tanonaka. See you again next week.